congestion pricing is being postponed indefinitely. And joining us with reaction is Westchester-Rockland Congressman, Republican Mike Lawler. Good to have you here, Congressman. Okay, your reaction.
Well, my reaction is that this is clearly a political stunt by the governor, who's finally realizing that this congestion pricing scam is deeply unpopular among voters. And the fact is that this shouldn't just be delayed indefinitely, it should be eliminated. Congestion pricing is nothing more than a money grab to fill the coffers of the MTA, the worst managed authority in America. This doesn't just need to be paused or delayed, it needs to be killed. And anything less than that, the governor is clearly just engaging in politics as opposed to engaging in good, honest policy. And that's the problem here.
Right. There's been some suggestion that any revenue that now wouldn't be made through congestion pricing might actually come from federal money, that it might be federal COVID funds and such. Congressman, what do you think about an alternative to congestion pricing? What could that look like?
Again, here's part of the problem. In saying that, what the MTA and the governor is admitting is that this was never about reducing congestion and it was always a money grab and a scam. What the MTA should be doing, is going after those who jump turnstiles. Every year, $700 million lost in revenue to the MTA by people who jump the turnstiles and don't pay their share. You want to reduce congestion? Stop putting restaurants into the roads. Stop putting bike lanes everywhere. Allow traffic to flow, change the camera structure, go after public safety on the subway so that people feel safe to ride the subway and aren't concerned about being pushed in front of an oncoming subway car. At the end of the day, what the governor is admitting here and what the MTA is admitting by saying they need to look at alternative sources of revenue while they delay the implementation is that this really never was about congestion pricing. It has nothing to do with reducing congestion. It has nothing to do with environmental concerns and everything to do with scamming hardworking New York taxpayers out of their money. And from a federal perspective, we will stand in the way until congestion pricing is completely eliminated. And that's what the governor should be doing.
The suburban drivers whom you represent, do you think, now, of course, we're hearing it's postponed indefinitely, it could be dead. Did you have the sense that they were going to switch to mass transit or just keep on driving anyhow and suck up the $15?
They were going to have to drive anyway because the MTA has not invested in the west of Hudson rail service. I live in Rockland County. Rockland County commuters have been hosed for years. We send $50 million more to the MTA in taxes than services we receive. And people do not have a one-seat ride, so they have to drive. And they pay the toll over the George Washington Bridge. And then they would have been paying an additional $5,000 a year for congestion pricing if they worked in Lower Manhattan. That's the cop, the firefighter, the teacher, the nurse, the doctor. It's absolutely outrageous. The entire program needs to be scrapped. And voters should be clear. What the governor is saying is we're going to wait until after Election Day to implement congestion pricing because we don't want the blowback in an election year. That's what this is about. That's why the governor is, quote unquote, delaying it indefinitely. What she's planning on doing is re-implementing it right after Election Day. And that's why the only way for this to actually be meaningful is for the governor to say, we are going to kill this program and stop this scam that has been perpetrated on commuters.
Westchester-Rockland Congressman Mike Lawler, we thank you very much for your comments. And so far, no comment from Governor Hochul.